Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. This is Ryan with DP Marketing.Services. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, coming at you video on something we've had an interesting experience with one of our clients. So let me just get you up to speed. They're a larger company. They're an 8-figure company. They're multi-trade, plumbing, HVAC, electrical. And this is an experience about what they've had to learn with knowing their competition. So as you can imagine, when you're an 8-figure shop, chances are you have significant overhead, no problem. You have a lot of guys that keep busy, a lot of vans to run, no problem. And so your prices, you're not going to compete on price. That's just not going to be something your business is going to be capable of doing at that size. The one-man shops working out of your truck, yeah, you guys will be cheap all day long, but the bigger you get, the more complex your system becomes, the more overhead and revenue you need to support it. So this company is similar. When we were talking to them, it's interesting. They are one of the highest priced shops in their market. And typically for companies we work with, we tend to see like the higher the price point, the more likely people are to leave a negative review on Facebook or Yelp or Google My Business for that business, right? They'll say, oh, I called this company and they were $1,000, but I called this other guy down the street and he was $400, whatever, right? It doesn't matter. The interesting part with this particular company, though, is that they have very, very, very little of that sort of pushback from their customers. And so just out of curiosity, I actually called them and I said, hey, I'm just curious to know, compared to the other clients we work with that are of similar size, that have similar reviews, you guys have an uncharacteristically low percentage of negative reviews about your pricing. Again, even though their pricing is not low. So their response was really interesting, which is they underlined the importance of knowing your competition. And I said, okay, that sounds obvious, but tell me more about what you mean. So this company, one of the tactics they use, I live on coffee. If you've watched these videos long enough, you know that I've always got a cup of Joe. I'm not apologizing for anything. So yeah, one of the things that this company does on a fairly routine basis is do mystery shopping of its competitors. So they will pay people to actually have a company come out, do the service call, have the actual, this is the inspection, this is what we'd recommend, and they actually get the invoices. And then the company pays for the mystery shopper to do all that, as well as covers all the service fees and everything associated. And so they're able to like get an idea of, hey, if we're at this price for disposal, what is this company? And if we're at this on our value prop, what is this company? And especially when you're in a larger metro area where you might have more than one company who's all, for instance, you might all be Nexstar trained, right? You might have all the same Nexstar training, all the same Nexstar tools. You might have very similar sales pitches from company A to company B for your customer. It's important to understand what those companies are doing and how to make yourself different. So for this company, one of the techniques that they've employed is they keep their price high, but just under their competition that also has the same scale and also has the same certifications and trainings. So for our client, who is Nexstar, it's a Nexstar company, 8-figure shop, when they go out, they do the call, they say, great, replacing your disposal is X. It doesn't matter what it is, it's just, that's our price. The customer would say, hey, I'd like to see a couple other options before I make a decision. The company can comfortably say, like, this is different from the flat rate argument of no problem, we've got a bronze, a silver, and a gold package. This is different. This company now can comfortably say, no prob, we always like to recommend these other two companies because they're also great companies, they're very reputable, they're of similar size to us. We really respect the quality of work they do. They're also, for our client, they know that these companies are also Nexstar trained, so they're going to give them the same pitch. However, of the three options, this company knows that they're going to come out cheaper on price. They're still priced high, their margins are still good, nothing is dangerous with this arrangement. They know that the quality of service that the other companies are going to provide are going to be great. They know that they're going to get the same sort of sales pitch that Nexstar or whatever sort of sales coaching process you go through will provide. They know that when they recommend these other two companies, the customer's going to call them out, they're going to have a similar experience, and all things being equal, our client will always get the work because compared to the other options, they were more affordable. Again, they're still priced high, right? They're still not budget options. They are still not the cheapest option in town, but they don't get that sort of feedback because they always know what their competitors are doing. So for some things, they lost lead because they know that's their best avenue to the customer. For other things, they just take their competitor's price and notch it down a bit just to make sure they get the business. So this is just kind of a lesson. Make sure you're mindful of what your competition is up to. Make sure, if you can, mystery shop them. Understand their strategies, understand their pricing, understand their sales process, understand the things that makes you different. And because the things that make you different is what makes you valuable for your customers. And the more you can help your customers understand why you're different and why you're more valuable, the more success you'll have capturing those leads, keeping those customers in your database, getting repeat customers over time. And that's honestly where you're going to make a significant chunk of money, is on your repeat business that you build up. So I would love to know what you think. How do you do your own competitor research? How do you make sure that when you're standing in front of your customer that you are always positioning yourself not identical, but different from your competitor in a way that gives you the advantage? I would love to hear some stories from you. Leave a comment below. As always, guys, follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and we'll see you next time.